Well, hello and welcome to today's show. This one is taking up where the previous Coppa video, Coppas 1, left off. This one we're going to get it ready to hang. We're going to take it out of the cure and get it ready to age in the drying room. Well, now we're going to start. We have two Coppas that have been cured according to the procedure. They've waited their number of days, and they're about 4 pounds a piece, 4.5 pounds, I forget what they were. There's a process, I've shown you what that is on preparing these. You can season them how you like. These I'm going to rinse off, and then we're going to try to put one of them in the net as it is. Now this is just an old can that I've used. It may not be big enough for these. It depends on how hard we have to force it around there to get the net on. It's just to help to get the net on. The end, you can either tie it if you're just dead determined to tie it, you can tie a knot, or you can just tie the net itself in a knot, or you can hog ring it. Either which way, I don't care. It's your world, your copy. You do what you want. You just don't want them to fall out in the floor over the next 35 days, 38 days. Now this is a ham casing, a Coppa casing, a big casing. They make them like this around 4 inches, 4 7/8 different colors. Some of them are clear like these that I would use for a Coppa. Bologna, you might use a dark red one. Big country sausage, maybe you might, summer sausage, maybe you might use a brown one or a mahogany one. I don't know what size that is exactly, I don't remember. I'll try to put a note in this when I run the film. So the next thing we've got to do is rinse off our salt and see if we can fit this can around that Coppa. Now I have it hog ringed off on the bottom. Now what I'll try to do is pick this up and feed it through the can. And there we have it. Now what we'll do is we'll spin this around and we'll hog ring it up the top and we'll tie a string around it. And we'll make a loop on the top to hang this with. Now we've rinsed off the other Coppa. We have our casing. Now again, this is ham casing or Coppa casing or whatever, boneless ham casing, whatever you might want to call it. It's got different names. What we're going to try to do is get this big old boy down in this casing so that we can squish it down nice and tight and try to force it into a shape. And then we'll have to come back and perforate it a few places to make sure we have no air bubbles and that kind of thing and go from there. Let's give that a shot. You see it's beginning to take a shape, and that's what we want. Now that was about like working with a bull down in Texas. Now we have our little homemade perforator. We want to get the air out wherever we see it. But there you have it. Oh, and there is the characteristic little fish gills of the Coppa itself. Do you see the little guys in there, the little pieces of the muscle, the way it's shaped in there with the little white stripes, little fat stripes? Now we trim the bottom off. I'll put another hog ring, double hog ring it, and we're ready to hang. Now here are our two Coppas, the two different methods, whether you hang it in a bag. Now you could wrap it in paper to kind of keep some of the dryness from getting to the edge of your meat, or you could put some cheesecloth on it if you prefer, or you can do the casing method if you like using a ham casing, make them nice and round. It does make them, when they dry, it does make them a little bit nicer to slice. They look a little bit better, but hey, this is a meat product, and it's your meat, your way. Just don't get worked.